Supplier Scorecarding is a completely new PeopleSoft business process that measures supplier performance by soliciting feedback from users across your organization. Suppliers are rated and scored based on your organization's key performance criteria. Procurement decision makers benefit from supplier scorecarding with individual, trend, and multi-supplier comparison analytics as a method for determining whether supplier performance is on track to meet supplier performance requirements for the organization. In a supplier scorecarding process, you'll perform the following activities: create evaluation templates, create evaluations for suppliers, evaluate the suppliers, manage responses, and analyze scores and results. Begin supplier scorecarding activities by creating evaluation templates where you define your own weighted and scored questions. These templates are used to evaluate and score suppliers used by your organization. The templates also have instructional information on how the evaluation should be completed. Scorecard owners, such as procurement managers, use the Create Evaluations page to prepare an evaluation and release it to evaluators. To create an evaluation, either build the evaluation from scratch or copy an existing evaluation and then edit it to meet the intent of the target evaluation. The Create Evaluation process is managed using the PeopleSoft Activity Guide framework. Evaluators use the My Evaluation page to rate suppliers by completing and submitting the evaluations. The evaluation form is optimized for desktops and smartphones. An evaluator can choose to proceed with completing the evaluation. If an evaluator is permitted to decline the evaluation, a decline option appears before the evaluation form opens, and the evaluator can choose to decline the evaluation. Scorecard owners use the Manage Responses page to review evaluation response progress, change the due date, add evaluators, omit a response, and perform other evaluation management activities. The Review and Post Results page of the Activity Guide shows the scorecard owner the current overall scores for the evaluation, with drill downs into evaluation scoring details, including a detailed explanation as to exactly how the evaluation is scored. Once the scorecard owner selects to post the results, the scores are available for analysis by scorecard reviewers. This completes our discussion of the Supplier Lifecycle Management Scorecarding feature. FSCM Image 25 includes two features for India Goods and Services Tax, or GST, India GST Contracts to Billing Interface, and India GST Expenses. This completes our discussion of the India Goods and Services Tax features. In Image 25, PeopleSoft expanded the capabilities of PeopleSoft Fluid Payment Request to allow requesters to copy an existing payment request to a new payment request. Use the Copy button on the Fluid Payment Request Details page to automatically copy the request details into the Activity Guide pages of a new payment request. You can review the pages, modify options, add an attachment, and submit the payment request for further processing. This completes our discussion of the Add Copy for Fluid Payment Request feature. With FSCM Image 25, Fluid approvers can now view chart fields for expense reports, expense report postpay, and travel authorizations. Approvers also have the ability to view the India Line Goods and Services Tax, or GST, information page from the line detail page for expense reports. The View Accounting link helps you view the accounting details on the expense report. The Accounting page displays the chart fields, the GST Amounts tab, and the corresponding GST fields for the expense report. Use the India GST Information link to view the GST Information page, which is available only when India GST is enabled for the user. The India GST Information page displays all the GST information pertaining to an expense line. Select the View Accounting link for travel authorization to view chart fields for travel authorization. When you select the View Accounting link for an expense report, the Accounting page displays the chart fields for expense report postpay. This completes our demonstration of the ChartField Update for Expenses Fluid Approvals Phase 3 feature. With the Enterprise Component Fluid Approval Framework, you can easily configure and manage approval workflows for all form factors. In PeopleSoft Maintenance Management, the Preventive Maintenance, or PM, pending approvals and work order pending approvals workflows are implemented. Approvers can access PM schedules or work orders to review the information before they approve or deny them. To view more details of a PM schedule pending approval, select a schedule. The PM Pending Approvals page displays a summary of the PM schedule currently routed for approval. Approvers can review the information, enter comments, and view the approval chain before approving or denying a request. Work orders are routed to approvers so that they can approve or deny them. The Work Order Pending Approvals page displays a summary of the work order currently routed for approval. Approvers can review the details displayed, enter comments, and view the approval chain before confirming or denying the request. This completes our discussion of the Work Order and Preventive Maintenance Fluid Approval feature. PeopleSoft delivers mobile approvals for purchasing using the Enterprise Component Fluid Approvals Framework. Using the Approvals tile on the Employee Self-Service page, you can manage approvals for supplier user registration. These are requests from existing suppliers to access the supplier portal. Tap the Approvals tile to access pending approvals. The Pending Approvals User Registration page displays a list of supplier user registrations that are pending your approval. Select a user registration row to access the User Registration Approval Header Detail page. The page displays requested supplier user account and supplier information, such as requested user ID, email ID, and supplier ID. Select the View Associated Roles link to access the Associated Roles pagelet. The pagelet displays the roles associated with a specific supplier user. Select the View Associated Permission Lists link to access the Associated Permission Lists pagelet. The pagelet displays the permission lists associated with a specific supplier user. Select Approval Chain to access the Approval Chain pagelet and view the approval hierarchy. Select the Approve button to approve the supplier user registration. The system prompts you to provide comments and submit the approval. This action routes the approval to the next approver in the chain. The final approval triggers the creation of the supplier user account. In addition, the supplier receives a notification that confirms their new supplier user account information. Select the Deny button to deny the supplier user registration. When you deny a transaction, the user account is not created, the status changes to denied, and the transaction is removed from the approval queue. This completes our demonstration of the Fluid Approvals transaction for Supplier User Registration feature. PeopleSoft delivers mobile approvals for asset management using the Enterprise Component Fluid Approvals framework. Using this feature, approvers can take application workflow engine actions on cost adjust and transfer asset transactions pending approval. Using the Approvals tile on the Employee Self-Service page, you can manage approvals for asset cost adjustments, line additions, transfers, recategorizations, revaluations, and fixed price markups. Tap the Approvals tile to access pending approvals. The Pending Approvals Asset Adjustment page displays a list of asset cost adjustment, line addition, and revaluation transactions that are pending your approval. Select an Asset Adjustment row to access the Asset Adjustment Approval Header Detail page. The page displays summary information for cost adjustment, line addition, or revaluation transactions. This example shows summary information for a cost adjustment transaction. Select a row in the Lines grid to access the Approval Line Detail page and view line details, such as Asset Operating Unit, Department, and Category. Select Approval Chain to access the Approval Chain pagelet and view the approval hierarchy. Select the Approve button to approve the transaction. The system prompts you to provide comments and submit the approval. This action routes the approval to the next approver in the chain. Select the Deny button to deny the transaction. When you deny a transaction, the status changes to denied and the transaction is removed from the approval queue. The Pending Approvals Asset Transfer page displays a list of asset cost recategorization and ChartField transfer transactions that are pending your approval. Select an Asset Transfer row to access the Asset Transfer Approval Header Detail page. The page displays summary information for ChartField transfer and recategorization transactions. This example shows summary information for a ChartField transfer transaction. The functionality of this page is identical to the Asset Adjustment Approval Header Detail page demonstrated earlier in this video. The Pending Approvals Asset Inter-Unit Transfer page displays a list of asset fixed price markup and inter-unit transfer transactions that are pending your approval. Select an Asset Inter-Unit Transfer row to access the Asset Inter-Unit Transfer Approval Header Detail page. The page displays summary information for fixed price markup and inter-unit transfer transactions. This example shows summary information for an inter-unit transfer transaction. The functionality of this page is identical to the Asset Adjustment Approval Header Detail page demonstrated earlier in this video. This completes our demonstration of the Approval Workflow for Cost Adjustment and Transfer Transactions feature. Image 25 delivers the Financial Structure Request feature in Fluid. Similar to the Business Request and Approval feature in PeopleSoft Classic, the Fluid feature automates the creation and maintenance of key financial values that represent your financial structure values. The Fluid Financial Structure Request feature improves controls by allowing users to create and view requests using mobile devices. This enables your organization's employees to be more efficient. The following tiles have been added for this feature and can be placed on any Fluid homepage: the Structure Request Template tile, the Financial Structure Request tile, the Structure Request Detail tile, and the Discussion Service tile. To use the Financial Structure Request feature in Fluid, you must first set up Structure Request templates. The View Structure Request template page displays all existing templates. At least one template is defined for each ChartField or tree that you want to create for business requests and approvals with new values or changes to existing values. The field name determines the field, and the template type determines the ChartField or tree to be added or changed. The Search section allows you to search for a specific status or template type. Use the Template Definition page to define a template name, which edit table to use, the Business Reviewer role, and the status. In addition, you can define core information for ChartField template types, the business justification, questions, and checklists. Templates can be copied to new templates for the same set ID or for different set IDs. Use the Financial Structure Request tile to access the View Financial Structure Request page. The page enables you to search for requests by status or by who entered the request, create a request, and view a summary for each request assigned to you. The General Information page allows you to view discussions and attachments, as well as the justification and more information for the request. You can also copy the request to a new request. Use the Structure Request Detail tile to access the View Structure Request Detail page. The page is used to view multiple structure requests on a desktop. The Request Assignment page is used to view core information for a ChartField request, the business justification, questions, and a checklist for the request. In addition, you can view the approval flow, discussions, and attachments. If the request is for an account, the account link takes you to the Account Definition page. This completes our demonstration of the Fluid Financial Structure Change Request feature. The Fluid Cash Management homepage, delivered in Image 10, provides professionals with mobile access to cash position, forecast data, portfolio values, and more. To meet customers' needs for more complete and detailed information, Image 25 enables cash, deal, and treasury managers to access detailed data for the available versus forecast balance, cash forecast, and investment and debt tiles. Use the Available versus Forecast tile and page to review the available balance versus the forecasted balance for each bank on the current date. After reviewing balance and variance information for the selected bank account, you can view balance details showing available and forecasted cash inflows and outflows. Drill to transaction details by selecting the transaction type. View statement information, which also includes addenda details. The forecast amount is based on the sources for the listed transaction. Select a transaction source to review details defined during cash forecast setup. Use the cash forecast tile and pages to access cash position details, including a summary and positions by currency, bank, bank account group, business unit group, and business unit. Select a line item row in the table on any tab of the cash forecast page to review transaction details by payment date and transaction source. Use the investment and debt tile and page to review investment portfolio information, investment and debt types, and investment and debt long and short-term holdings. To see details of a portfolio in the investment mix ring chart, click a section. On the Drilldown page, view deals that make up the portfolio and the total market value. You can also select sections on the other ring charts to show details such as long and short-term assets and liabilities and fixed and floating assets and liabilities. This completes our demonstration of the Cash Position Drilldown feature. In Image 25, PeopleSoft Grants provides a single page to update end dates across various components in grants, contracts, and project costing. You can update award end dates, related contract lines, associated projects and activities, award funding, and award modification dates. Updates to end dates can be performed en masse across multiple components or individually. This completes our discussion of the Modify End Dates enhancement. Asset inspections serve to collect both the qualitative and quantitative data specific to the condition of an asset. This data is used for trend analysis, regulatory reporting, and to trigger maintenance events. The work order enables work order tasks to be associated with inspection plans, which define the observations and measurements to be collected during an inspection. They also define how the data elements are evaluated to determine the follow-on actions if required. Inspection plan activities include data collection, trigger evaluation, and other logistics. Data collection supports capturing one or more measurement, observation, or numeric calculation codes. The Trigger Evaluation Group displays the trigger conditions that apply to the inspection plan. If the results of an asset inspection are out of tolerance, the follow-on action can be a service request, work order, one-time preventive maintenance, or an alert message. Use the Other Logistics activity to manage miscellaneous information related to the inspection. This activity consists solely of instructions, checklist items, notes, and attachments. This completes our discussion of the Inspections feature. The following features have also been added to Image 24. Global Components, VAT Register for receivables, billing, and payables in Spain, and Facilities and Administration OMB Uniform Guidance CFR 200. We've only shown you the highlights of the features in this PeopleSoft Update Image. For more information about these features and the other enhancements, see the CFO tool, the Update Image overview on My Oracle Support, and go to the PeopleSoft Information Portal for updates.